Come to standing, lift and roll your shoulders. Raise your hands up, clasp and reverse. And stretch out, pressing your feet into the ground and stretching up. Just move to the left. Press your feet down as you come to standing. And breathing out, move to your right. Press your feet down and come to standing. Breathing out, turn to the left. Come to standing. And breathing out, turn to the right. Come to standing. Lower your hands to shoulder height. If you need to adapt, you can bend your arms. Breathing out, turn and look beyond the third finger of your left hand. Come to the centre with your head, and breathing out, turn and look beyond the third finger of your right hand. Come to the centre, and lower your hands. Lift and roll your shoulders. Slide your hands down your legs to your shins. Press into your shins and lengthen from the tailbone to the top of the head. Chin in slightly. Engage your perineum and slightly engage your lower abdominal muscles, your tummy back towards your spine. Stay here as you breathe out. Breathe in, lengthen along your spine. Stay here as you breathe out again. And then press your feet into the ground as you roll up vertebra by vertebra to standing. Lift your hands. Reverse your palms. Just test your balance, lifting your heels, which goes into the brain hemispheres. And then breathing out, lower your heels, lower your hands. Lift and roll your shoulders and clasp your hands behind you, knuckles aimed to the ground, and this opens you in the shoulder level. And then release. So we're going to start with half salutes to the sun. Breathing out, bring your hands to the heart centre. Breathing in, raise your hands up. Look up only if your neck will allow. If not, look ahead. Breathing out, bend down, touching your hands onto the floor. Breathing in, lengthen from the tailbone to the top of the head. Breathing out, bend your knees and bend your elbows. Breathing in, lengthen your spine, straighten your legs a little bit. Stay here as you breathe out, and breathing in, press your feet into the ground as you roll up vertebra by vertebra to standing, raising your arms upwards, stretch your hands, and breathing out, lowering your hands back down alongside. Hands in prayer. Breathing in, hands up. Breathing out, roll down. Inhaling, lengthening your back. Breathing out, bend in slightly. Breathe in, lengthen your back. Stay here as you breathe out. And breathing in, press your feet to the ground. Roll up vertebra by vertebra to standing. And raising your hands up. Breathing out, lower your hands. Lift and roll your shoulders. Just one immune booster. When you're ready. Last one. Hold. And breathing out, lower your hands. Step with your feet hip width apart and just sway from side to side. This also resets the pelvis and moves through your energy fields. It's also immune boosting in that it's moving your energies, and movement is the opposite to stagnation, which can lead to all kinds of problems. And then come to slow your sway and then come to centre. Come now to the top of your mat. Press your feet down, feet are about hip width apart. Inhale, exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale, hands up. Breathing out, bend your knees. Slide your hands to either side of your feet. Step or slide back your right foot, keeping it high. Left foot, keeping it high. You're in plank. Bend your knees to the ground. Untuck your toes and come into upward dog. Lie on the ground and stretch your hands out in front of you. Just take an in and an out breath. Slide your hands back to your chest, elbows in. Press down on your hands and come back to kneeling. Dip your back, looking up into cat, and rounding your back, chin comes slightly to the chest as you tuck your toes again. Move your hands if you need to come into a supported downward dog by bending your knees first and then straightening them. Feel that you can move your feet further apart if you need to. And walk the dog here. Bend one knee and then bend the other knee. And then bend both knees back down to the earth. Your hands go to the left to allow space for your right foot to come up. Kneel up and open your palms, looking forward or looking up. And then raise your hands up and breathing out, come to place your hands either side of your right foot. Tuck your left toes underneath. Tummy in, perineum engages. Lift your left knee and step your left foot to your right foot. Press your feet down as you roll up vertebra by vertebra to standing. And inhale, hands up. Stretch your fingers. Breathing out, lower your hands. Inhale, exhale, hands together at the heart center. Inhale, hands up and back. Breathing out, lower, bending your knees. Your hands are either side of your feet. Step back, right, left foot high. And then right foot into plank. Bend both knees to the ground into up dog. Uncurl your toes. And then lie on the floor, stretching your hands out. Take an in and an out breath. Slide your hands back to your chest, elbows in, press down on your hands, come to kneeling. Tuck your toes as you do a cat. And now if you haven't tucked your toes, tuck them to round chin to chest and come into your downward dog. Feel free to adjust your hands and feet. Walk the dog by bending one knee and then bending the other knee. Both knees to the ground. Hands to the right. Left foot comes up. Hands either side of your left foot to stabilise you. Press down to lift your body up and open your palms. Breathing in, hands up, touch palms or fingers. Breathing out, lower your hands either side of your front left foot. Tuck your right toes under. Lift your right knee. And step or slide your right foot to your left foot. Press your feet down as you roll up vertebra by vertebra. To standing, breathing in, hands up. Breathing out, hands down. Inhale, exhale, once more, hands together. Inhale, hands up. Breathing out, roll down, hands either side of your feet. Step back, right foot high. Tummy in, left foot high, plank. Knees to the ground. Up dog. Come to lie on the ground and stretch your hands out. Slide your hands back, elbows in. Come to kneeling, dip your back into cat. Round your back, tuck your toes. Come into a soft downward dog. Walk the dog. You can sway your hips either side. Bend both knees to the ground. Hands go to the left. Right foot comes up. Hands either side of the right foot. Kneel up as you open your palms to the side. Breathing in, raising your hands up to touch. Breathing out, lower your hands to either side of your right foot. Tuck your left toes. Lift your left knee and step your left foot to your right foot. Press your feet down as you roll up vertebra by vertebra to standing. And breathing out, lower your hands. Lift and roll your shoulders as you clasp your hands behind you and aim the knuckles to the ground. Release that grip. Just touch your fingers at the base of your bottom and slide your hands down the backs of your legs as you bend your knees to either side of your feet. Step back, left foot high, right foot high, plank. Bend your knees to the ground. Come into up dog. Lie on the floor. Stretch your hands out. Slide your hands back. Press your hands down to come back to kneeling. Dip your back. Cat. Round your back. Cow. Tuck your toes. Come into dog. Walk the dog by bending one knee and then bending the other. Bend both knees to the ground. Hands to the right. Left foot comes up. Open your palms as you kneel up. Raise your hands up. Hands either side of your left foot. Tuck your right toes. Lift your right knee and step your right foot to your left. Press your feet down as you roll up vertebra by vertebra. Raising your hands up, breathing out, lower your hands. Come to the centre of your mat. Take a moment to just connect with the movement we've made. And then spread your feet wide. Raise your hands so that you're in a star shape. And then turn your left foot in 45 degrees. your right foot out. Soften your front right knee, so we're coming into warrior two, and drop your weight centrally, turning to look beyond your fingers of your right hand. And then drop your back left hand to the thigh, straighten your right leg as you raise your right thumb, and then come back to warrior two. Bring your left hand to meet the right palm. Slide your left elbow back high, drawing your bow, opening you at the chest. And then lift your right hand up. Bring your right hand back. Open your arms. And bring left palm to right again. Sliding your left elbow high, drawing your bow. Breathing in, raise your right hand and look up. Lowering your right hand as you open your left arm. And then drop both arms. Come to straighten up. And turn now your right foot in, your left foot out. Warrior two on the other side. Drop your weight centrally and look beyond the fingers of your left hand. Drop your right hand to your right thigh. Lift your left arm and look at your left thumb. Lower your left arm back to warrior two and bring your right palm to your left palm. Slide your right elbow back high. Draw your bow. Breathing in, lift your left hand, looking at it. Open both arms out to the side. Right palm to left palm. Slide your right elbow back. Draw your bow. Left arm raises, look up. Open both palms. Lower your hands. Come to the center. Your heels go out. Your toes go in slightly. Soften your knees to come to a forward bend. Hands on the ground. You can straighten your legs once you're there. Move your left hand to the right ankle or towards your right side. You can even hold your right shin as you raise your right hand up. So left hand to right ankle, raise your right hand up. If that's too much for you, just hold your right waist and look behind you. Come to the centre and walk your hands to the left. Hold where you can on your left foot or shin with your right hand and open out onto the left side. You can always hold your left waist. And then come to the centre and just start to sway from knee to knee, from side to side. Your hands are on the ground and you're just swaying from side to side. Come to the centre and then heel toe your feet in slightly, so heels come in first and then the toes, until you're ready to bend your knees and come back onto the mat. We're going to do gate pose, so kneeling up. Feel that you can use the mat for support if you need to, but bring your right foot out to the edge of the mat. And raise your left arm up and slide over. So just careful of twisting. You might not go very far. Slide your right hand down your right leg. And then breathing in. Place your left hand on the floor. Fingers or hand raise the right arm up, and you can stay here. You can raise your right leg, and if you're really balanced, and I'm not saying that I am, hold your right foot and just go into the quad stretch. So it's like a dancer's pose, but on the side. Chin tucks in, so that the back of the neck is long. And then carefully release your ankle to bring your foot back down. And then come up and bring your knee in. Lift and roll your shoulders. And then open out your left leg. Do feel that you can take support by coming forward to support you opening out your left leg. Kneel up. Raising your right arm, and then coming over to the side. Feels wrong somehow, but anyway. Tummy in. Feel that you're not twisting forward, that you are almost between two panes of glass. Tummy in to support you to come up. Lower your right hand to the ground. Raise your left arm. Optionally lift your left leg, and depending on your balance, hold your left ankle and pull it back your left ankle in a dancer's pose, chin in. And then release your left foot carefully to the ground. Raise your left arm, tummy in, just come back up. And then come to kneeling high. And lift and roll your shoulders. Breathing in, turn your head to the left. Breathing out, head to the right. Breathe in, head goes to the left. Breathing out, head goes to the right. In, left. Out, right. In, left. Out, right. In, left. Out, right. Come to the centre, drop your chin to the chest, and like a pendulum, roll your chin up towards your right shoulder. Bring your chin back like a pendulum, coming to the centre again, and then roll it up to the left. And then come back to the centre, bring your head up, and then come to move your bottom to the side and come with your legs out in front of you. Just bounce your legs, make a V with your legs, lift any flesh up from under your bottom if you need to do that, and then just lightly touch your hands to the floor as you breathe in. Raise your hands up. Breathing out, right hand goes towards the left shin and left hand goes behind. Breathing in, come to the centre, raising up. Breathing out, tummy in as you bring your left hand towards the right shin and your right hand behind you. Breathing in, hands up as you come to the centre. Breathing out, right hand goes to left shin, left hand behind. Breathing in, coming up, and breathing out to the other side, to the right side. Last time, either side, breathing in, straighten up, breathing out to the left. Breathing in, straightening up, and breathing out to the right side. Come to the centre, bring your feet towards one another, bend your knees, Hold underneath the knees as you lift your feet off the floor, and just notice how much you go back. I can see I'm going back, so try and come straighter, which will mean your tummy engages more. And then place your feet on the floor and slide your hands down your shins, coming forward. And then just open your knees, hold your ankles and bring the soles of your feet towards one another. They don't have to touch. You can either slide down holding your ankles, or you can open your palms upwards and just come forward. And then sliding your hands up, supporting under your thighs. As you come now to place your hands on the ground, bend your knees and come to lying on your back. And hug, when you're there, your knees into your chest. And just rock gently from side to side. Keep the left knee held in towards you and place the right foot on the floor. So you can either keep your knee bent or stretch your right leg along the ground. Your left knee is hugged into you. And just enjoy that stretch, hugging your left knee into your chest. Drop your hands behind your left thigh and extend your left foot up towards the ceiling. Extend the left heel and point the left toes. Heel and point the left toes. And again, extend the heel and point the toes. And then circle the left ankle in one direction. And then circle the ankle in the other direction. And then you can start to walk your hands up the back of your left leg, bringing the left leg towards you. Just see how far you can go. Stop at the calf, you could stop at the foot, whatever works for you. And then soften the left knee, hugging the left knee in towards the chest. And placing the left foot onto the floor, either keeping the left knee bent or extending the left leg out along the floor. And bring your attention now to your right side as you bend your right knee in towards the chest. Just check that your left heel is extended and your left toes are up to the ceiling. And then dropping your hands to hold your right thigh as you extend your right foot up towards the ceiling and extend your right heel. Point your toes, extend your right heel and point your right toes, extend your right heel and point your toes. And then circle your right ankle in one direction. And then circle your right ankle in the other direction. And then begin to walk your hands up the back of your right leg, bringing the right leg towards you. Stop where you feel that you are comfortable. And then slide your hands down to support you, hugging your right knee into your chest. And hold your right leg under the right thigh to place your right foot on the floor and slide your right leg out. Palms are down now. Extend both heels and breathing in, raise your arms up above you, stretching out. Catch hold of your left wrist with your right hand and just slightly extend the left arm as you pull it upwards, and then very slightly bring your left wrist over towards your midline, so it's going towards the right. You can cross your left ankle over your right foot, and that will accentuate that stretch along that side. And just take an in and an out breath. Come back to the centre, uncross your ankle, and change the crossover of your hands. So now your left hand holds your right wrist. Extend and stretch upwards, and just gently move your right arm towards the left. And you can cross your right ankle over your left ankle. So this crescent moon shape is particularly good for spinal imbalances, in particular scoliosis. And I think a lot of people have aspects of scoliosis, but they might not be aware of it. Most of us have little imbalances along the spine, and then coming back to the centre, uncross your ankle, your right ankle from your left, stretch hands upwards, and then very gently lower your hands back down as you bend your knees into your chest and hug your knees in, just rocking once more from side to side. Separate your knees into a little V and make tiny circles with your knees. So we're going into the hips here. And then reverse the direction of your circle so that you open out and circle, the knees meet at the top, knees come as you hug them in, and then you open them out and circle. Just go to where you're comfortable. And then sliding your hands down your shins to hold your ankles. So this opens up your inner groin. And you can stay here. If you would like to do a happy baby, then slide your hands down underneath your feet and bring the soles of the feet to the ceiling. And you can just slightly rock from side to side. But if you'd like to stay where you were, then please do. And again, this is optional. You can get hold of your big toes with your second and third finger and extend both legs up. If your fingers don't reach your toes, you can hold on to your legs. So as you're in a V, your inner goddess pose, so you're just rocking from side to side. And then very gently bending the knees, and then bringing you back to hugging your knees into your chest. Once more rocking from side to side. And this time, let your knees drift away from you towards arm's length. And then breathing out, hug the knees into the chest. And breathing in, let the knees drift away from you. And breathing out, hugging the knees into the chest. Breathing in, let the knees drift away from you. And breathing out, hugging the knees into the chest. knees travel away, and breathing out, hug your knees into your chest. And then supporting your legs as you place one foot and then the other foot onto the ground. Bring your hands either to your abdomen or on the floor and let your knees sway from side to side. You lift your hips to do this. And then now palms down along the floor beside you. To do a pelvic tilt, so flatten your back as you press your feet down as if you're going to lift your bottom, and then release and roll the other way. And now press your feet down, lift your bottom, and begin to lift your arms up above you. Your elbows can be bent, your chin cupped into your chest, into a rolling bridge. Stretching your arms out, and then breathing out, rolling down vertebra by vertebra. And hug your knees into your chest once more. Support underneath your legs to place one foot and then the other foot down onto the ground. Just clench your toes and release. Tense your knees and release. Tense your bottom and release. Tense your hands and release. Circle your wrists a few times in one direction. And then circle your wrists a few times in the other direction. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears and then consciously release your shoulders down away from your ears. Lift your chest off the floor and then just release your chest back down onto the ground. Just very gently move your head from side to side. And just stay here for a moment, releasing and relaxing. You can stay with your knees bent, or you can come into Shavasana if you'd like to do that. And we're just going to do a journey through the chakras. So bring your attention to the base of your spine. And this correlates to the note G. Connects to the element of earth and our survival instinct. In this system, it's the colour red, and imagine breathing in and out through the base of the spine. It's the colour red, breathing in and out, the red colour. And then in your mind's eye, travel up a little bit further along the inside of your spine to the lower abdominal area. This connects to the element of water and our fluidity of life, but also our vitality and our essence. It links to the kidney energy in Chinese medicine, so our vitality, and connects to the adrenal gland sitting on top of the kidneys. So it has an element of stress there as well. And in your mind's eye, just move slightly further up to behind your navel, and this connects to our digestive enzymes. So each energy center where the nerves and energy meridians meet is a chakra or an energy point. It's a wheel of energy, and this connects with our transformation in terms of our digestive system. We transform food into energy. And then connecting, and that's the element of fire, and connecting up now to behind the heart is the air element. Our sense of touch So we feel and sense things through and it connects to our hands. And it's the beginning of our emotional body where the emotions start to come in, and then that carries on. So the next part is the throat, colour blue, connects to the thyroid and the parathyroid glands, part of our metabolic control. The thyroid is very impacted by stress and has a link to the adrenal glands. And then bringing your attention to the forehead, the mind's eye, the third, it's the Ajna chakra, the third eye, and the element of ether. Our centre of intuition. And then up to the top, the crown head, the Sahasrara chakra, our connection to the outside world, and this correlates to the note of A and to the element of ether again. And then we'll finish with Koshi, so we've connected to the lighter elements. So this is the element of air. And then very gently come to be aware of where you are, and you can either stay relaxing on the mat or take your time to come to a seated position and join me for the ending of the class. But please stay where you are if you're floating off. So wherever you are, mentally take a bow for yourself. Have your thought for the day, connecting your mind to wishing yourself or somebody well for the day ahead. And thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. Thank you.